my beautiful draft house. We're coming at you live with a tough customer. I am Marzi, and today I will be playing Manah Jeri. No middle name here. If you think she has a middle name, you're incorrect. And I'm joined by my lovely co-host.
Hello, my name is Kieran, DWP. I'm the server's local soundboard. I will make noises that will either make you go whoopee or lech. It's a toss up. Also, I love that my recording just decided to not record that wonderful intro you just did and
Do you
then just
want? Do you
start
want to
like,
redo it?
no, okay, this is how we die. This is how I die.
Run the intro again.
Fuck you, we're doing this. This is how it
We're
is.
doing it live.
We're doing it live, fellas. There's no second go.
We throw the papers in the air. We're doing it live.
We throw the papers in the air, we shoot them all with our many, many pistols.
Yes,
And ask us how we
our
got there.
guns that we definitely have.
They're all staple guns, we staple them together.
Oh
This is how we
shit.
forward. This is
you
how we file in this bitch.
you have staple revolvers. I have a staple sniper.
Gosh.
We have already gone way off topic.
I mean, that kind of happens with you and with me, so this is gonna be a fun fucking time.
It's awesome what happens. It's the funniest shit. All right,
It's the good bit.
and
Yeah.
we are. Oh god.
Don't die I'm recording, because I'll have to tell, like, Fletch and Breaks, and they're gonna fucking kill me.
They wouldn't
'Cause
kill you if I died. They'd bring me back to life to kill me again.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll study that process for
That's
future.
friendship, baby.
That's how friendship works, everyone.
That's
Anyway, we're a
friendship.
minute in.
Yeah, okay,
We're
God.
almost fucking started. Fucking damn it, Marzi.
I am the pinnacle of comedy.
You are the pinnacle of distractibility.
You know it,
Actually,
baby.
I'm
That's the
trying to focus on
ADHD.
that. It's the ADHD in us, man. Fuck it. Okay. So,
Anywho,
yes, please let's set the fucking scene.
yes, we find ourselves. I almost said Villestown.
You want to be in Billstown for
No,
this?
no, Manah doesn't live in Villestown. Manah lives in Toontown.
You can. For one FPS, one time only.
No!
Now.
Manah would have no
I
reason.
even have a reason you could be there.
Manah has no reason to be in Villestown.
No fucking reason. I have a fucking idea as a reason that she could be there, but
Why would she be in
never mind.
Villestown?
Well, I mean, there's a upcoming event coming up in Billstown, but don't worry about that.
I don't know why Manah would be invited. She can work from
I
Toontown.
mean, I might tell you after.
Oh,
I might tell you
okay.
after. But anyway,
Okay.
we're in Toontown.
We're in Toontown. In the.
You dying again?
Sorry, my little brother decided to be funny and oh so adorable and walk into my room just to say something because he knows I'm recording.
Thank you, little brother.
I'm
Many
gonna
respects.
fucking throttle my baby brother. Any whoosies. Any
What have you been
whoosies.
loving it?
We are in Toontown, outside of the home of one Manah Jeri.
Yeah.
Because your girl works out of her house for many reasons.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. What I know about Manah's place.
It's a fucking mess.
Mhm.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Considering this particular customer, this is gonna be very fucking interesting to make our way through.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
What's Manah up to?
Manah is currently at her sewing machine desk. She has a binder open, looking through appointments to see what's coming up.
Ooh, I guess roll perception.
Oh fuck! I did not think this through.
I mean, if you roll low, I know what's gonna fucking happen.
Perception. Ooh.
Would you say a 10 would be enough to hit over your sewing machine?
Probably, yeah, because it's not on. She's just sitting at the desk with a binder open, looking it over.
All right. You hear a knock on the door. Then you hear like a photo on your door.
Oh, Manah like scrambles to stand up and put the binder down. And over to her front door she goes and opens the door.
I haven't introduced my character because I fucking forgot because to
Valid.
distractibility.
It's me and how amazing and absolutely funny I am.
It can't be helped. Sometimes Marzi's just too fucking funny, and I'm just gonna sit there in awe and gaze at them and be like, how could I be that funny? How is that possible? How could so much humor be contained in one small pixie little shit? I say that with
You know
affection,
it.
but
Yep, I
yeah,
just chin hands and I
no.
pose. I'm so charming and lovable.
I slam a piano on top of you. Anyway, anyway, you open your fucking door, um, and you look down, and I think, there's a guy in a wheelchair sitting and looking up at you. This guy is a bird toon. They kind of look UPA-ing.
God.
You notice immediately they are wearing no clothes except for a blanket covering their bottom half, and their wheelchair seems to be made of wood, and it seems to be real kind. Other than that, you don't know shit. He just seems to squint up at you and tilt his head, and he says, "Is is this the right place? Is this the workplace of Manah Jeri?"
Manah puts on her best business, like pleasure business smile and nods and signs, "Yes, hello, hi, I'm Manah. It's nice to meet you."
First of all, I'm just rolling a quick insight to see if I can see through that bullshit. And I forgot the exclamation mark, but that's a 17.
Uh it's very obviously like a customer service pleasant business smile, but also please make me a whiz save.
Oh, fucking good, I forgot about this shit.
Hee-hoo.
I forgot
Please
about
make
this
me a
shit
whiz save.
immediately. Well, it's not awful.
Oh
It
yeah,
is.
yeah, you make it. You do make it. Cause the
Oh,
DC was whatever you roll for your insider perception with this little mechanic.
right.
Yeah.
I
Don't.
just beat it.
God damn it! Sorry, my cat almost stuck his face in my teacup. Bastard. God, Gizmo
Anyway,
always does this. Okay. There's like there's like a little like weird twinge in the back of your head, almost like if you had the beginnings of a headache, then it fades very quickly.
mm,
Yeah, it's just
interesting.
this. This is very much a customer service smile.
Wonderful. I'm gonna I'm gonna ask you to roll me, I guess, a history check with advantage because you were just checking the ledgers on this. Do you know who this fucking guy is?
Let's see. Yes.
16. Takes you a couple seconds, but yeah, no, you were checking your appointments for today. This is probably your next appointment. From what you know, this guy is put under Lao Vis Blind. He was kind of reaching out for someone to do. He wasn't incredibly specific. He said he had his own materials, but he was kind of reaching out for someone to be able to make him something very particular. And he had some very particular specifications. He wouldn't say on the fucking papers what they were, and you were like, okay, this, all right, I might as well take this on, I guess. I don't know how busy Lana is with work
She
at the moment.
during this time not very because Valentine's is more of a chocolates and jewelry holiday than it is a
Mm,
clothing gift holiday.
mm.
So she's pretty
Okay.
aight. So would it be Mr. Visblind?
Oh shit, hang on, I just remembered. You're using a fucking. You're signing, aren't you?
Yeah.
God, you can roll me an insight on me, and I'm
Oh
just gonna.
fuck. Let's see.
Oh, that's good. That's what I'd like to see. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, fucking your insight. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Okay. You're
baby.
part of the bullshit insight group, aren't you? You
It's
motherfucker. Okay.
hilarious because Mana's fully a bard.
That's a fucking wonderful deception on my half. You immediately can tell this guy's trying to hide it. He has no clue what the fuck you've just said.
Oh no!
He doesn't speak Toon sign. But he is gonna kind of cock his head to the side, and you're gonna see him lift up his hands and seem to sign something. Does Mana know? Does Mana know real kind sign?
Uh, I did flavor it as she knows both, yeah.
Okay. Well, luckily, you see the guy start to speak and also sign as he talks to you and says, um, uh, I don't actually know Toon sign. I am familiar with Faruman sign. I hope that's all right with you. He says he tips his head.
Mana very like eagerly nods and it's like very very casually does switch to Faruman sign. She's like, oh yes, yes, definitely, it's fine.
Nice. He just kind of nods and then clears his throat and said, well, I may I, and he just kind of gestures.
Yeah,
Behind you.
Mana very like quickly backs up and opens the door more. Uh, Glances at the floor, sees all the fabric strewn about, and like tries to go to kick at it to get it out of the way.
Gosh. I'm just gonna. Nell's just gonna like. He's gonna say, no, no. Wait, hang on. If she's looking away, he doesn't actually know. I'm gonna roll hammer space because he doesn't know like, if she's deaf or mute. So he is gonna. Cool.
Whoa.
He's gonna reach underneath his blanket, and then he's gonna pull out what seems to be a walking stick, and then he's just gonna very slowly slide it to where she is, and just tap tap twice,
Oh.
just to get her attention.
Mana does like very quickly look up, very curiously.
And then he's just gonna pull that back onto his lap, and then he's gonna sign. I don't know. Let me get that back into voice. I don't know whether you're deaf or mute, so my apologies. I did not mean to be condescending or rude. However, there's no need to clear up. I can actually, and he stops signing, and he holds his right hand over the right side of his chair, clenches his fist, and then slowly lifts up and springs his fingers out. And as he does, you see the sides of his chair, like the spokes, start to rattle a bit, and the wood of the chair starts to creak outwards, and then suddenly with a the wood's not wood anymore. It's a bundle of vines that have now pushed him upwards off of the floor about 4 feet. So he's basically Dr. Octopusing at the moment in your flat, dude.
That is the coolest fucking shit.
Look, it's an accessory you can add to your fucking wheelchair, and I was like, I'm getting that. That is
That's
such a good thing.
so fucking cool, dude. Like
Look,
I never make people roll insight on mana because that's just asking for 1d4 psychic damage. So Mana is just a little starry-eyed because oh, that's really fucking cool.
neat. Um, now, gosh, he's not hiding either. He does look a little bit fucking smug when he says, yes, I had some damage done to a wheel a while ago, so I had to actually upgrade it a bit, and I decided to fiddle, and this was the result. And one of the little viney tendrils lifts up and just waves before quickly bouncing down on the floor. It says, I made a few adjustments, and essentially I have a spider climbable wheelchair now, so honestly, you don't need to worry about the mess. I've had worse.
Like oh god, under the starry-eyed look, Mana is a little relieved, and then sign of kind of absent-mindedly now because this is the raddest shit she's ever seen. Is like, oh, that's really cool. Also, mute actually, not deaf, so it's I'm good.
Oh, that's all right. That's fine then. He still is signing at you, by the way. He's not stopped. He's still going to be signing at you as he goes by.
Which
Um,
Mana does like out of character meta information. Mana does love it when people do that.
Look, considering how he was raised, he knows it's fucking rude. And also, A, it's good for him to stay in practice. B, he knows it is considered, sometimes it can be considered rude, like, to just expect people to, you know, fucking have to speak with their hands while you don't speak with your hands and you just speak with your mouth. Like, it's a courtesy thing. Something
Man,
he doesn't usually use, but he has it.
Mana fucking appreciates that. That's really nice. Not many.
This is one of the rare times he's nice.
The one time.
One fucking time. You get one. Everyone gets one.
The rest of this FPS is just downhill from here, baby.
Yes, there's a reason it's called a tough customer.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we're still in the fucking hallway.
Yes.
How-
Mana very carefully leads him to just it's a room where there's like one of those full body mirrors, and in front of it is like it's like a small pedestal usually for customers to stand on, and Mana like pushes it out of the way.
Lao's just gonna watch it go, like, yup.
Don't need
Mm-hmm.
that.
Don't need that shit. Certainly don't need that shit.
Nuh-uh.
Um, yeah, Lao's just gonna. I gotta roll hammer space again because he's just gonna. He doesn't actually take this out, did he? Good, thank you. So Lao reaches underneath his blanket, which, by the way, is like it's like an old red and brown Afghan blanket. It's pretty thick.
Mm.
This thing looks like it's seen some shit. It's been through. It's just old. It's like something you find your nan having, and she tells you she's had it for years. Like it's that kind of old. And he goes underneath and he pulls out what seems to be, oh, what did I say? It was like 20 foot of blue, like that blue gauzy fabric.
Mm.
20 foot. But he's basically wrapping this around his hands as it's coming off underneath the blanket. And by the time it stops, he's just basically he slips one of his, actually, I'm going to sleight of hand for this, fuck it. Because
Do
you're a
it.
dipshit and you use both your hands. That's a seven. That's a seven. His hands are stuck.
Oh.
This small one decided to hold one end and then use the other end as a reel, like a fishing line, to reel this out from under his blanket. And like the dumb smart ass he is, he's wrapped his hands in this goddamn fabric. And he just looks down and he looks up at you and says, "Well, I would sign, however," and he holds his hands up. "I seem to have." You might need to, and he's just holding his ball.
Yeah, Mana's shoulders shake ever so slightly in silent laughter as she comes over to help him untangle his hands.
God fucking damn it! God, I don't know if you want to roll for that or if you just mess it.
Is that a sleight of hand?
Go for it, man.
Oh god, what's your sleight of hand, Mana?
You want to roll?
There we go.
Listen.
This girl works with her hands, so she's good.
Let's say if you roll 5 or lower, you get fucking stuck in it too, bitch.
Oh god!
That's the FPS. That's the FPS.
No, that's it. They're just stuck, and Mana has to find a way to contact her sister.
This is how you die. Stuck to this one fucking idiot.
Stuck to an old man.
Yeah, old man. Yep, that's what he is. So 16, yeah, you basically unravel this pretty easily. You've dealt with worse bundles. You probably have like shipments of stuff come through that have come in like bundled together.
God, yeah.
And it's just like, fuck me, like you've mixed the yellows with the purples, and now they're like, oh, the threads are kind of weaved up, and it's fucking annoying. But, yeah, no, you unravel this easily enough. And yeah, it's 20 foot of gauzy blue fabric, and Al just kind of stretches his fingers out a little bit and shakes his hands and says, "Yes, well, anyhow, that particular piece of fabric, I was hoping you may be able to do something with it because I've had it for a while and I don't really have much of use for it, and I thought I may as well try and make something out of it. And it has been recently brought to my attention that I have," and kind of glances down and looks back at you, "I don't seem to have many other clothing options. So suppose I was going to ask if you would be able to make, well, any sort of clothing out of that."
Mana runs a hand down the fabric kind of appraisingly as she looks it over and thinks about it. And there's a moment as the gears are turning and like ideas are flowing in and out, and then she nods.
Cool.
And
whilst you're looking at it, did you want to like roll investigation or arcana?
Yes. What's higher, investigation or arcana? Ooh, they're the fucking same, baby. My girl ain't that smart. Oh no!
Suddenly, that is fabric.
That
Definitely
sure is fabric, and Mana has seen a lot of fabric.
That sure do be a fabric, fella. Yeah, no, you've got yourself a nice bit of blue.
It's very pretty.
You're
Is
distracted by
privy.
happy. It's just like you run it through your fingers and you get distracted by, oh, this is smooth. Oh, this is smooth and
Yeah, ooh,
soft. Whereas
this is a nice fabric. Ooh, this shit's high
this is
quality.
fancy fucking shit. You know, like, I'm gonna say, even if that was a nat one, she knows her shit. She knows this is fancy shit. This is
Mm,
high quality good shit. Like, fuck. You could
yeah.
probably do some good things with that.
Yeah, like at the
Um,
very least, yeah, this girl works with fabric every fucking day of her goddamn life.
bitch knows her shit.
Yeah, just not the magical side of it, because she's weird magically.
Yeah.
Don't worry
I
about
haven't noticed.
it.
I haven't noticed.
Yeah, I swear, but there was a part where he could have, but he didn't, so it's fine.
It's fine. It's all fine. It's all good.
So
Um,
Mana very carefully folds it up neatly and sets it on a table that is in this room, and she goes
mm.
into her hammer space. Thank God that's not a fumble.
Oh god, that would have been fun.
Yeah, Mana's fumbles are if I roll a 1, 2, or 3. So 30% chance of fumble for this girl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because this is a character with the fucked up fumble chart.
Oh yeah, I remember that when you first made
Yeah.
it. I was like, oh, what the fuck are you
Yeah.
doing?
I just gathered fumble charts from as many people as I fucking could. Yeah, so she pulls out lots of measuring tape, just string for places where it would be awkward to hold a full size measuring tape. Uh, like sticks a marker on her ear, just like how people hold pencils sometimes.
Yeah.
And you girls ready for some measurements?
Mm. Mm. Okay, I gotta roll another thing, and you can roll another insight.
Oh.
Oh, you're rolling like shit, of course. Beautiful fucking five in deception now. Well fucking done. Um, you bring out the measuring tape, and you can see the guy kind of stiffen as you come towards him, and he says, you see, I actually, well, I do have rather an odd request to make, and I could you maybe not?" And he just kind of gestures to like where the blanket begins. And you'll notice that the blanket does seem to cover like all of his bottom half. You can't even see if he's got feet or if he's got legs. You don't know what the fuck is under there because this
That's
blanket is
fair.
super thick. Like he's just like, I would rather you not measure that if that's and he just seems to be like kind of hands out, kind of like don't.
Mana, who is literally one of the weirdest people in Toontown and is also a master at staying in her lane. Uh, gives a very just a quick nod and just like signs. Oh yeah, of course. Just tell me how long you want this. Then I suppose.
I mean, Lao visibly sags in his chair and he's just like, oh, right, yes. Well, I suppose long enough to, well, cover, and he just kind of like points to the bottom where the blanket seems to be like tucked and wrapped around where the bottom half of his body is.
Hmm.
Just as long as that, perhaps a little longer, considering, well, I don't know what exactly you plan on making, but I need that covered, if that makes any sense.
Mana slowly nods as she mulls this over,
Mm-hmm.
and she signs. I won't touch you, but I will have to measure at least your chair.
At that, he just nods and says, "Right, yes, that's acceptable. Oh, of course. Did you need me to come?" And he just sort of gestures out of the chair. "Did you need me to step out? I can actually. I can stand for a short period of time if you need to take those measurements."
Uh, Mana slowly nods. She feels bad asking this guy to step out of his wheelchair, but she'll be quick.
I mean, he just nods. He doesn't seem particularly bothered by having to get out. He's just like, "All right, just give me a second." And he takes the cane that he did not put away. He has kept it on his lap this whole time, and just tonks it on the floor. Gosh, there's still like mess on the floor, isn't there? I'm gonna roll
Not
something.
really in this room. Uh,
Okay.
since this is the main place where customers will be standing for majority of their visit.
Okay, I'm gonna roll athletics anyway because he does not actually tend to stand a whole lot. What do you got? Yeah, it's about average. It's a 10. Um, Gosh, he leans on the cane before he gets out of the chair, and he pushes up, and he kind of wobbles a little bit as he gets up, but he does catch himself, and he just, I don't often, I don't think I get out of that thing as often as I should have, but quite frankly, I don't see much of a need anyhow, and he's just gonna kind of very carefully shuffle his way. And you can roll me perception actually if you like.
Ooh. What's your perception, my dearest? That's a 6.
Six.
The 12.
12? Oh, has my screen frozen? Yeah, my screen's frozen. Okay,
No!
it's fine. It's recovered again. With 12, you won't get this then. Yeah, you
Oh,
won't
that's
get it.
fair.
You're
That's
not
fair.
close to this. But with a 12 for the perception, you do notice that Lao seems to have he doesn't seem to be lying about not getting out of the chair because you look at this chair and you look at the seat part and it does seem to be padded, but the padding is like old sofa padding. Like this fucking thing has like butt groove of a type. And you do notice there does seem to be there's a split. So you can assume there's like at least two sorts of limbs potentially under there, or two somethings. You don't you know there's something that splits into two, at least. Are they legs? Are they fucking are they just nubbins? You don't know. He's
Manah,
standing up.
Manah sees this and is like, huh, that's cool. Anyway.
Sorry, I went fucking off. Anyway,
No, no,
Mana,
you're
you
good. You're
fucking
good. Like I, Marzi, am interested in this information. Like I said about Manah, she is one of the weirdest people in Toontown by virtue of what she is.
I know this and I love her.
So
I
she,
know this because I know I have a very good idea.
yeah, cause Manah, because of what she is a master of staying in her lane.
Mm, I love her for it. I'm gonna roll an investigation. I don't know if you wanted to roll anything for the chair, or if you just want to fucking say you do it.
She can just measure the chair very quickly.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to fucking. No wonder Lau had trouble getting out of the fucking chair. It's 4 foot off the ground. It's 4 foot fucking in the air. It didn't lower. Fucking idiot. Young man. I just imagine he's Scrooge McDuck his way off the chair. He like leans on top of the walking cane, and then he just fucking forgot that he lifted the thing up, and he just slipped down the cane onto the floor with a thunk before scrambling up again.
No fucking wonder.
Look, he's the smartest dumbass I have ever made, and I love him very much.
Oh man, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
Oh fuck.
Ozzy, are you dying?
I'm sorry. Draft House has ruined my laugh because whenever I laugh hard enough, it is just a full fucking wheeze.
At you, and I love you very much.
I love you too.
I needed to have some water.
I have water, I swear. I think my inhaler is still in my work bag.
Do you want to go get that? Do you want to go fucking get that just in case?
I might very quickly get my inhaler.
Go get your fucking inhaler.
I'll be right back.
Go. I'll be you in a minute, dude. So, Draft House, you're now left with me for like a hot second. I'm gonna be rolling investigation because Lau's a nosy bitch and he wants to see what the fuck's in this goddamn workspace. Oh my fucking gods! Really? I was basically talking to people listening and telling them that now's Lao being a nosy bitch and going through your shit whilst you're measuring.
Wow! Wow! Fucking nosy bitch!
He is a cleric of the knowledge domain. He cannot keep his fucking beak out. He is in the opposing lane. He is driving in opposite directions.
Damn! Man is
trying
trying to stay in her lane meanwhile Lao is swerving right in front of her. Damn!
Nothing is sacred.
Yeah, okay. In this room in particular, because she does leave the door open because because of personal reasons, she doesn't like accidentally making other people feel like they are trapped.
Fair.
So usually during these sort of like appointments, she leaves the door open. In this room, there was the little circular like platform that customers usually stand on that she'd nudge to the side. There's that big mirror. There's a window in this room, but the curtains are drawn, and Lao does notice that they are kind of thick curtains. Like the sun, like you can see that it's light outside, but you can't make out like the impression of the window aside from that.
Mm. Oh,
Uh,
they're like blackout curtains kind of deal.
hmm?
Like blackout curtains
A
where you
little,
draw them
yeah.
across.
Not thick enough to keep all of the light out.
Mm.
But Manah does usually work with like just an indoor white light.
Mm.
There's that table that she folded the fabric and put it on. The like a roll of string. A couple more pencils. She has that Marcusol in her ear.
Yeah.
There's like a rack in the back with like other fabric samples just for customers to look over if they asked. Um,
Mm.
Other than
Stim
that,
rack.
yeah. And there's like a chair in the back, like pushed into a corner that uh doesn't look like it's been used much, and Lau can assume that that is if a customer has brought a guest. But because it's not used very often, people don't usually bring guests.
Fair enough. You can intuit that this is a solo kind of endeavor, usually only. If
Yeah.
not, guests don't often visit this apartment. Okay. Alright. Um, he's taken note of the messy apartment and that. He he's gonna he's gonna look at the mirror very briefly, give himself a very brief look up and down, and tilt his head to the side and squint a bit. Before his glazes over to the curtains, and he's just gonna duck shuffle his way over to the curtains of the window, and he's just gonna pick it up and play with the material because thick material that's kind of hard to look through. Interesting to him.
Does he open it a little to peek out?
Yeah, he will.
What he sees out the window, it's like a beautiful day out in Toontown. It's what, like late winter now.
Mm,
It's shining, a little chilly outside, and there is it's this apart this the, where Manah lives is near a pretty like busy street. So there are
mm.
tunes walking about, cars passing by. Uh, yeah, but there's usually it looks like there's a lot of foot traffic.
Oh, interesting. Okay. He's just gonna be a fucking nosy bastard. You know what? You know what?
Mm-hmm.
While Mana's doing that, I'm gonna roll this save. Let's
Why?
see. Gosh, you don't do it. Alright. He looks like he's gonna do it, but he ain't gonna. Can I
What did
actually
this man almost? What did this man's almost do to my girl?
well, I've gotta ask, is this window closed?
Yes.
Okay. Lao basically reaches out, seems to be about to open the window, then he pauses and he realizes, oh shit, he's not in his own place. He can't just open the window and shout down at people below. So he just takes his hand away, out the window, turns around.
Did he just almost
Yeah.
shout out the window? What is he gonna shout at those
Yes.
people?
So it didn't happen, so you don't have to worry.
Okay,
It's fine.
that's fine.
Don't worry about that. He's just probably gonna go over and shuffle over to the rack of sample shit and fiddle around with that while Mana is doing her thing and doing it well.
Yeah,
Um,
Manah's just very meticulously measuring this and writing down measurements in a little notepad that she has. Uh,
cool.
yeah, this room is specifically for customers, so she's not gonna stop it.
Fair enough. Could you do me a favor and have Mana roll me a deck save, please?
Oh, hello?
Don't worry. There's nothing bad.
Dirty 20.
Oh, Oh, that's a dirty 20. All right. You very easily work your way around the many vines that seem to be reaching out and trying to grasp at you. Like, they don't seem malicious. They do seem to just, like, want to touch you and see, like, what the fuck? Hey, you're not the person that sits in us. Who are you? It's just, like, curious poking. And it would seem that it tries to make it more difficult for you to take the measurements of the chair, but you work with it. You work your way like around so that you twist the chair in ways that you can take proper measurements, and
Considering
it.
the first game Manah was ever in, yeah, this is baby talk. In the very first game she was in, the very first fight was versus vine blights and other like plant like blights.
Yeah.
So this is easy town. Like they're not spewing thorns at her. They're just kind of poking and
No.
swatting and making it a little difficult to do her job.
Look, it's more akin to like a curious puppy being like, "Ooh, new person in space, new person in space." They may or may not have tried to grab you and put you in the chair, but you dodge it. It's fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
Um, it's fine. So yeah, dirty 20. You take your measurements, and yeah, dog, you got your measurements. It's all good.
Does Lao want to look through the fabrics?
Now has fucking been nosing through the fabrics all the time. Like
Yeah,
he's just
it's
not been paying attention.
like on the hangers there are little like pieces of tape to label them. There's like tool uh oh god, I'm trying to remember fabric names that I learned in fashion class, but that was in high school, which I graduated from in 2017.
Pat you. I pat you. We can just say there's a variety of fabrics if you want,
Yeah.
like felt
Yeah,
or
tulle,
feather
felt,
shit.
muslin, canvas, cashmere, chiffon, like
Mm.
things like that.
Yeah, I will say as he runs his hands over the tool, he'll just like ugh, take his hand away and shiver and like shake it. Um, eh,
That's
no,
fair.
bad vibe on that front. Um,
That's fair. That's fair.
but he's otherwise just fucking nosing through, and he's gonna call over his shoulder. Oh wait, no, he's not gonna fuck. No, yeah, he is. Let's roll another whiz save. Have you fucking forgotten you can't see what she's saying? Well, that's a fucking 9. I think you do. You're absentmindedly going through this shit, you dumb bird. So he's just gonna call over his shoulder. So how long have you been doing this sort of independently then?
There is quiet as Mana patiently waits.
Overall, I'm a fucking whiz save. Okay, that's better. That's an 11 plus 4. This is
Yeah,
fucking
that's
15.
that's good. That's good. As
Pauses.
there's a beat of quiet, and then Lao's like, "Oh, right, this kid does not talk."
Ah, yes. Whoops. And he turned around and he's like, ah, right, yes. And he signs this at you as well as he turns around. Um, he's only signing with one hand because his other one is held very firmly and tightly around his cane as he signs with one hand, and he
That's
just
fair.
says, "Ah, right, yes, I forgot again. Let me say that again. How long have you been doing this independently? Did you go to a college for this, or is this just something you decided to pick up one day? I know it can be different things for tunes. Some people are born into it.
Mana just gives a polite smile about him forgetting. That's fine. And
Mhm.
she signs, uh, just a good few years now. Didn't go to school for it. A lot of independent research.
Al seems to nod his head approvingly and says, "Yes, well, quite frankly, you don't have to go to schools. They'll charge you a shit ton of money for a piece of paper when you know yourself you could do it if you just studied independently. And quite frankly, uh, I spent a year at college." He just kind of thinks back and he's like, "Yes, I spent a year at college studying plants," and he gestures to his chair at the vine that lifts up a vine and just woohoo, waves one of their vines at you before plunking back down. He continues on saying, I study at a college in Faruma. I don't suppose you've heard of a place called Jackables."
Oh God. What is your history, Mana? Maybe.
See, well, I mean, it's not uncommon.
Mm.
You've probably heard of it in passing, but unless you like actually sort it out, there's not really like it's not exactly something super advertised. There's quite a few colleges here that you hear of, but Jack of alls, you've probably seen like newspaper adverts as you're looking through newspapers or some such. Jack of alls is a college in Fruma based near the coast. That on occasion takes in like tunes for like exchange programs and stuff. So maybe he
Mm.
went with one of those. But for the most part, it's basically like a mixed tune and real kind college. It seems to be
Ooh.
the first, if only one, in Fruma.
Oh, that's tasty.
Hmm?
That's delicious lore. Thank you.
You're welcome. Um, yeah, well, the 14, you've heard of it.
Yeah, Mana does give a nod as she also like steps to the side and gestures back to the wheelchair.
I'm gonna roll another athletics. Do you fall over, you silly man?
Does Mana need to
Very
help this
good,
man into his
darling.
wheelchair?
She doesn't. Fucking
Oh,
18.
hey!
For one. He has no modifiers and anything to do with dex because he's got no dex. I really should adjust that to a minus though.
God,
Anyway, he just look. I want to make this man suffer, and if I give him low dex, I can make him suffer so much.
that's fair.
Uh, anyway, he gets back to his chair, pretty much no problem. Turns around and kind of just thwomps back down into it. The chair sags briefly before pushing itself up with like a skitter. Um, and he whaps his cane across his lap and then leans back in his chair and just right then, I've taken the measurements for that. Is there anything else you needed in particular, or
I don't know anything about this, so I am
like
gonna
you
I'm
focus it?
gonna do my best. And
Look it
she
up. This is Toontown.
yeah, fucking these are tunes. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Exactly. She can go behind the curtain and do literal like magical bullshit.
Literally the way she casts her spells is she swooshes her cape over herself and then changes clothes, and that's how she casts.
Fuck yeah, magical girl transformation.
Exactly.
It's fantastic, beautiful. Um,
So yeah, she actually points at his arms. Does need to measure upper body at the very least. Also,
um, you have to roll insight. You can see like the curls on the back of his head twitch, and his beak kind of twitches like an annoyed little frown. But he, all right, fine, if you must, and he just kind of very begrudgingly holds his arms out to the side, just looks at you like, do what you gotta do.
she's just doing her job, man. Yeah, she does her best. Like especially with the customers who are uncomfortable with it, but like they do walk into the business of someone like a personal tailor, and they do
Yeah.
have to get measured.
You walk into a personal tailor's, you better expect to get fucking up and close with the tailor.
Yeah, like
Me.
this isn't even as bad as it could get.
I know. I've heard. I've heard it
Yeah,
can be
you
incredibly
gotta get up close and personal.
gotta get up and in there. But I will say, as Mana's taking these measurements, Mana, you're gonna notice. You don't have to roll anything for this. You're gonna notice that this guy's outline isn't ink. It's actually some kind of like seems to be like charcoal or some sort. It's kind of
Ooh.
weird. So you hold this measurement out, and yeah, you just notice that this guy is fucking made mostly of charcoal. It seems. Um, and he's just kind of he's trying. Actually, I'm gonna roll something to see how hard he fidgets.
Does he
Would
look
you
at
say
her at all?
helpful? Huh?
Does he like stare at her at all as she's working?
He's actually oppositely avoiding direct eye contact.
Oh.
Because up in his face. No, thank you. Um, so fuck. I'm gonna roll just a plain dex. Oh, why are you rolling these well? Why wouldn't you let me? Why wouldn't you let me make you suffer? You managed to hold your arms out just fine, you dumb bugger. Okay. Um, he's fine. He holds his hands out. He's doing a decent enough job. I will say probably by the time Mana pulls away, his arms are starting to like tremble just a little bit before he very quickly just pops them back on the sides of his chair and just sighs and says, "Right, okay, so those measurements are all taken. Now with that particular fabric, I do have a request as to. I've had a bit of a think about it, and I think I know what I want you to do with it."
Mana like drapes the measuring tape like on like the back of like her neck like it is a really really long thin scarf, and very diligently holds up the notepad and the marker that she has.
Well, I don't know about the specifications of it, but I would, well, I'm gonna roll this. Fucking nat one. Beautiful.
Oh, you love
Beautiful.
to see it. You love to see a crit
Beautiful.
fail.
Fucking wonderful.
Delicious.
You ain't gotta roll shit all to see this. He tried to hide it. He is not hiding it very well. He's kind of looking out towards where the window is, which is still like it's only like partially open from where he fiddled with the curtain earlier. So there's like a little sunspot in it. He's looking out that little hole, and you can see on his face it's a very bittersweet look. Like he's remembering something fondly, but also
Oh.
like it's like an old memory, but also kind of mixed emotions about it. As he looks out the window and says, I would like you to make. Have you heard of something called a sari?
Uh, give me one moment. As he is
You're
saying
fine.
that, Mana follows his gaze to the slightly open window.
Good. Was that always safe?
And that was a whiz save.
Fucking wonderful.
Uh,
Fucking wonderful. Oh,
as Mana almost drops the marker and notepad as she scrambles over to close the curtains.
God. Okay. Al's just gonna blink as he sees what I feel is like it's like a blink, and then it's like she's just dropped. It's like he was looking out the window, and then he looks back, and then it's just a floating piece of paper and pen,
Yeah,
and just drops to the floor as this puff of cloud heads over towards the curtain to close it. Um,
because there is a
oh,
reason she keeps it closed.
yeah, fucking heaven! I can't fucking pass a reason for that.
Oh man, it's a
Anyhow,
mystery.
it's a mystery. I wonder. Anyway, Lao's just gonna like blink, blink. Well, I see you don't like the cut. Right, okay, I won't. Right. He's just kind of awkwardly
Mana
sitting there,
Mana
reading.
slowly turns around, not looking at him, and signs, "My apologies. I just usually keep this closed." And do you want to make an insight? This will be
Oh,
one of the few times I
insight.
ask someone to make an insight on Mana.
Insight. I will also say, as Mana signs this, Lao just kind of snorts like and rolls his eyes, and all the curls at the back of his head twitch. He says, "You don't have to apologize for me for wanting things your way in your home. When someone else comes in and touches your shit, it's fine." Fuck you, Lao. Fuck you so
What
much.
did you
Thank you for
roll?
that 11. God fucking damn it. Shit.
Uh,
Why doesn't he roll well when he needs to?
okay, well, do also make me that whiz save, please.
Ooh, yay. Raw, should get a nat one. Oh no. No, I hate this. I hate this so much. He's getting nothing. Also, that was not a 6, it was a 16. That was a dirty 20.
Oh, is it a
Yeah, I missed the one. Fucking annoyed with this man.
Not even a twinge at the back in the back of his head.
And
Uh,
he's fine.
yeah, he's fine. No lore here. Uh,
Shake you. Damn it.
I mean, also, my beloved, you can choose to fail.
Can choose to fail. But honestly, I think in this particular case I won't.
That's fair.
Um, because there will be other times for him to fail these whiz saves.
Mhm. There'll
Um,
be other times when Mandalore is revealed.
there'll be other times.
Namely, the
But
FPS
yeah,
that will be happening later today.
no fun. No fun. Okay.
Yeah, Amanda's gonna be in
Alright.
another FPS today. Anywhoosies, yeah. She, with the 11, this is just just someone who is nervous and who from the rest of this visit and talk is seen as to usually very like put together and very polite, and this is like the one outburst that she has had during this entire ordeal. So she's just a little, maybe just a little embarrassed. Who knows?
He's just, he's just gonna nod his head. He's just like, right, well, I moved that when I was having a look around. I won't touch that again. And he is going to swiftly move on for that because he's made someone uncomfortable. We are moving on.
She will
He's
come
going
back
to,
and pick up her notes and the marker.
gosh, yeah, he's just going to direct his attention over towards the many fabrics and stuff, and he is just going to like pick through these, and he is going to like stop and look at them. And give me just a second, I need to look up the ref you did me because I don't remember what colours we used in this. What colours we used? Come
Oh,
here, you
for
little shit.
the, do you want me to send the commission art or?
No, I've got it. I just don't know where the fuck I put it.
That's fair.
Is clever. I'm very clever on
You are very
occasion.
clever, and I love you very much.
Fuck you, shut up.
Fuck you!
Stop looking at the mirror. Stop looking at the mirror, Marzi. Put the mirror down for just a fucking second and pay attention to the FPS.
Uno reverse card.
That's not that simple, bitch. You can't ruin a reverse this shit.
Try me!
You think
Watch me!
that's
I will
fucking
Uno reverse all of this, you beautiful, lovely motherfucker!
I trap you in a mirror. Congratulations, you're Uno reversing yourself.
Ah, shit!
Um,
No, I'm trapped in the mirror realm!
Now you're in the mirror realm. Anyway, now is going through your fabrics and he is going through like the darker blues. And he seems to be like humming and hawing over like small little designy bits, and he seems to be. You can roll an insight if you want.
Ooh, tasty.
Yeah. And delicious.
I love
Wonderful.
Manah's
Um,
awful insight roll. It's fucking disgusting.
Fucking enjoy the AI gang. They're disgusting insights. Why don't you?
I literally I'm trying not to have Manah in AI. I'm trying so fucking hard, but she has so many connections through Marigold.
I know this, and I shake her and you and everyone, because god fucking damn it. Anyway, 22. You can tell this guy, he seems to be having a thought, but he seems very indecisive. He wants to add something to what he wants, but he doesn't seem to quite know what to do. This is like you've probably seen this before in a couple of people who know they want something, but they don't know how to. They either don't know how to express it or they don't know what they can do. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But he's like looking at different fabrics, and you think he wants to add something onto this. He doesn't quite know how to. Doesn't quite know what he either can ask for or what is possible.
Uh, Manah comes over and settles up and signs. Um, if there's anything particular, I can tell you what I can and can't do. And she actually holds up because she is wearing her cape. She tugs on it a bit, and then drops it and signs. For example, I do work with magical fabrics. This cape actually is how I cast all my spells.
Mm. That's immediately caught his interest, and he looks at your cape. Can I roll something on your cape?
Do it.
Fuck, what should I roll? What is it?
Uh,
Investigation is shite. What's your arcana? Oh, it's the same. It's the fucking same. Doesn't matter what I roll here. Better roll high or better roll out, bitch. Oh, that's a pretty fucking average of 13 right there. Not 113. That's not how that goes. That'd be fucking great though. Yeah, that's a big old 13.
well, it's better than a 10.
It is.
And it does, now that he's focused on it, does seem to have magical, like, energy. Like, this thing is definitely magical. But, it's hard to parse how she did this.
Ooh,
It just sure is
okay.
magic. It sure is a magic cape.
Oh, it's a dirty 20 on a whiz save. He's not going to reach out and poke it. Man's a nosy bugger. He's a nosy bugger.
God.
He wants to know, but he will not touch. Um, so he's not going to touch that. He's just going to look at it very keenly interested and say, "Oh, you work with you could enchant them then." And he seems to, Mana, you get the impression that his eyes have narrowed at you suddenly, and the curls in the back of his head suddenly twitch, twitch, twitch. You feel a bit like some kind of bird of prey is looking at you right now.
Oh God. Uh.
Hmm?
I almost asked if you want to make another insight. This is the most I've ever had.
Absolutely, let's go. Let's fucking go. Well,
Uh-huh.
that's a 13 plus 4.
Ooh.
Want me
And
to
the
roll another whiz
yes,
save?
please.
Oh, fucking finally. Well, sort of finally, anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that's a 14.
Cool. Uh, as his narrow, as he like narrows his eyes at her and like looks her over to gain this information, um, she, when she realizes that he's looking at her that hard, she looks up and like almost on accident meets his eyes and looks panicked. And
Mm-hmm.
for a moment, he sees her. Oh, he sees her gain a charcoal outline
Oh, fuck.
before
Okay.
she
Oh,
brings her
fuck. Okay.
before she very like quickly brings the cape over up to cover her face, and he takes one psychic damage.
Nice. Okay. Um, okay, give me a sec. I gotta roll some things here now. That's. Hmm. I'm gonna roll another separate whiz save. Okay. 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 That's alright. It's okay.
Okay, okay. Oh, okay, yeah. So 19, yeah. Uh huh.
Okay, you're not
Okay,
gonna fucking do the thing you were gonna do. Um, you are, however, because he did see that, he is going to cock his head to the side again, and no, I don't have to roll that. I've got a d20 here. Plus two. He's rolling a medicine check, and that's a 19 plus two. That's a 21.
yeah. Ooh.
Um, on a medicine check, he's not gonna say anything. He's not gonna bring anything up, but he is just gonna try and do like a very quick look just to make sure that this isn't like, like this is supposed to happen. Is this safe?
Well,
Oh
yeah,
god.
with the 21, it's definitely not dangerous. Like he can see like she looks fine. She doesn't look to be in like pain or anything. It's just even the cape as she holds it up to cover her face had gained the outline, but now that her face is covered, it seems to slowly fade away, and any sort of like trembling or shaking isn't because she's hurt. She's just fucking terrified because he did see
Oh
that moment
fucking
of
good.
panic on her face.
Oh good. Okay. This is what's gonna happen then. He's just gonna very slowly hold a hand out so that she can see it, and with his other hand, just next to his hand, he's going to sign, um, may I cast, he's gonna sign, may I cast something?
Oh god. All right, Mana. Oh fuck.
And we said there'd be no law this FPS.
God, I thought we'd get away with no lore. You know what? I'm ignoring that D2.
Mm.
Uh, Mana hesitates and sticks a hand out from the side of her the cape, her hand that isn't holding it up, and her hand is shaking ever so slightly as she gives an affirmative.
He's going to very slowly reach towards that hand, and he's going to say, and he's going to sign, I'm going to cast calm emotions on you, just for a moment. Is that all right?
There's another pause, and Mana gives it a it's a little more hesitant, but another like confirmation.
Oh, okay. Lau's gonna reach out. He's gonna very gently take the hand that's been offered, and he's gonna give it a very quick squeeze. And Mana, you have had calm emotions cast on you. So for a minute, whilst Lau's concentrating on this spell, you chill essentially. The feeling recedes back, and you can focus and breathe, and just get yourself a bit of gathering room, get a gathering space. Whilst
Yeah.
this is being cast. And if you want, you can roll me. I don't know if you can decide if she would or not, but you can roll me a perception if you think she would do it at this moment.
Oh, probably.
If not, we can do it later.
What was it? You said a perception? That is a 6 mod. Damn, my
Yeah,
girl rolling good today. What the fuck?
it is. And look, one of us has to roll fucking well. So you see Lao squeeze your hand and then take it away, and you see on your hand there seems to be like a black mark left behind, um, like going just around your hand, seemingly where this guy has like squeezed. Um, I'll probably ask you to roll something about that later, if you
Ugh.
want. But anyway, he just lets go of that hand and says, "I, I didn't mean to." Oh, and he just sort of gestures up and down and says, should I should I go make some tea? And he just seems to like he seems to be trying to like head off towards the kitchen and just like he's done what he has to. He thinks he needs to leave her alone to give her some space now, and he's just fuck off into your kitchen.
God, Mana does slowly drop the cape and she takes a breath. Uh, I won't make you roll for this because I made you roll 3 insights during this FPS, which I don't
He
usually
can
do.
roll again. I'm not
No,
gonna
no, no,
say
no,
no.
no.
I can make him suffer. I'm gonna.
God, I was. It was just to see if he noticed something about her.
I'm gonna fucking roll it then. I'm gonna
Go
fucking
ahead
roll
and
it.
roll a perception then.
Perception. Oh, okay. Your perception is a roll, isn't it? Yep. Basic bitch of a 10 right there. You got a 10. Pretty fucking average.
And the whiz save, please, my dearest.
On again. Oh, wonderful.
Yep. Anytime it's insider perception.
That's a 16 though, so he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. It was just that one like painful twinge at the back of his head with the for the
Mm.
1 second damage. It's fine. But
I'm gonna roll something here to see if he's put shit together. That's +2. I think he has. That's an int check. I think he's kind of put together that maybe looking at her too much is probably causing all this shit. So he's just gonna look away.
Yeah.
And
Yes. He's done it.
congratulations, he's learned his fucking lesson. It only took us what 50 minutes. It took us an hour. It was an hour.
Yeah. The with the 10. That's a 10. That's average. Yeah. She really was not lying when she said she was mute. Like the laughter was silent. Her taking that deep breath was silent.
Man, 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 man. Okay, all right. I think he's too awkward to really be delving deeper into what he sees at the moment. He's just gonna go make tea, and I'm gonna roll survival to see how well he makes this tea.
Navigates the fucking filthy apartment full of fabric scraps and measuring tape.
No, I'm gonna roll athletics as well then, if that's the case.
God.
So this is to make tea. Which is survival? Which is survival, mate? It's a +4. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So that's
Oh,
not.
whoops.
No, no, it's not dollar. You don't get dollar for your tea.
The
Your
dollar
tea is
dollar. Fucking
you drink your tea
pog.
and you just make a clicking noise. You find a nickel at the bottom of your cup. It's nickel tea. Every time you drink it and you finish it in one swallow, like the quicker you drink your tea, the more money you find in the bottom of the cup.
God.
So that tea would fucking work.
There is tea in her kitchen. There just looks to be not much food, but there is tea. You think this kid
That's,
eats? That's hilarious.
oh my god, has she got nothing in her fucking cupboards? Uh,
There's tea and crackers.
I just rolled his fucking athletics.
Oh no! No!
You just rolled his Mana, as you're trying to calm down, however that is you're doing it, honey, um, you hear crashing coming from your kitchen. You
Oh
hear,
god.
what languages does Mana speak?
Languages: Common, Growlix, Elvish, Fruman, and Toonsign.
Okay. You may actually recognize, like, every now and then amongst the absolute slew of words that you don't recognize coming out of this bird's mouth. Every now and then you hear like a blasphemy in Elvish. Like just briefly, it's like one word scattered in amongst the
Uh,
um. For the most part, you just hear loud, angry noises coming from your kitchen, and it's like,
Meta very like hears that and is like rushing out of that room because oh god, a man just fell in her kitchen.
So you get to your kitchen, and what you see is every single one of these viney tentacles is kind of splayed across the floor. It looks like it's playing fucking Twister, with your chairs and with your table, and it's just it's it's very difficult. But even with the angle like this, you do see that somehow this fucking guy, this Lao Vis Blind guy, is still making tea whilst his chair is freaking the fuck out. He's still just like somehow he is just like grabbing a mug and then quickly pouring it while quickly before the chair jiggles again, he puts the mug down as it does a fucking dance and he stops. It sits for just a second and he very fucking slowly reaches out, pauses, then looks over towards you and says, I think it would be best if you pick these up. And he just signs this again very slowly and then points with his fingers at the two ones of tea he's got in front of him. You can clearly see that the vines are just shaking in the fucking trying to keep the chair upright and facing the right way. Oh Lord, I'm fucking I will never sleep here.
Oh god.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Oh wow.
Does not. Fucking goddamn it. The vines try to correct themselves, and they try and they overjigger it, and they just kind of buck from side to side, and now just kind of like hands out of the chair. He goes over the arm, and it's just onto the floor.
God, I almost want to roll a deck save to see if Manna can help catch him because this poor man in her kitchen.
Try.
Let's see. Come on, deck save, Manna. Hey, baby.
He falls out of the chair in slow motion, and you see him just kind of dropping. And the cane he still had on his lap is just still like it's flung out of his arms onto the chair, onto the rest of the chair. Mana just reaches out, does a superhero dive, catches this small bird of a man in her arms before he hits the ground. Unless you want to flavor this in a particular way, Marzi.
No, yeah, I'm good with her, like, catching him before he hits the ground because, good God, this is a kitchen. That's tile.
And after a few like thwacking I will say with that deck save as well, you do manage to avoid all the flailing vines as they just try not to step on any more of the goddamn textiles you left over the kitchen.
God.
And they do eventually settle down and just sort of sit softly. And hey, Mana, do you want to roll me a perception with advantage, please?
Oh,
Because you are
shit.
now in close contact with this guy.
We are learning each other's lore here.
23. Very nice. Mana, you're holding both this guy's upper body and lower body, and you can't feel exactly a shape underneath the blankets, but because you can also tell the blankets are very tightly wrapped around. Like they're wrapped, like there's no fucking looking under this thing or unwrapping it unless the guy who's done it does it. It's like a very complicated, intricate knot. You do hear coming from it, it's almost imperceptible unless you're this close, but you can hear like a as coming from the bottom half.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry
God.
about that, but
Manah, like, stiffens, but because this is Manah, my good girl who's very good at staying in her lane, she very pointedly looks the other way and helps Lao into his chair.
God, I'm gonna roll fucking. I rolled deception. Come on, mate. Alright, that's decent. That's
Alright.
fucking decent. That's a 19.
Yeah.
You're fucking unruffled. And that's fine.
Yep.
It's like he
This.
falls out of his chair every fucking day.
Yep. This is normal.
No.
That's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. As cool as chill.
God, two people are at each other's secrets and pointedly not looking at each other.
Yep. They are. They're staying in their lanes this time. Lao may be a nosy motherfucker.
Even he knows when enough is enough. Not when his secrets run the line. But he just kind of clears his throat and says, right, well, you take one and I'll take one and we can just continue. And he just reaches out blindly for one of the mugs, pulls it onto his lap, sticks it straight into his beak, and just kind of walks around you and away very quickly. Very quickly scuttles into your fucking workroom.
Now that moment has passed and it's a little calmer now, Manah stands there for a moment and her shoulders shake a little bit. And then she grabs her cup of tea and follows it back into the workroom.
I can't believe you're laughing at my man, but also, yes, please do laugh at this ridiculous fucking idiot. Please.
It was a little funny, and they're tunes. They can appreciate the humor in a situation.
Mhm. Definitely, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, how far are we into this fucking FPS? We're an hour and 10 minutes in, and we still haven't gotten down to the fucking design stages.
It's
You know now
fine.
what's design.
As
You know
they
now what's
as they drink their tea, they can discuss it and calm down. Manah is very ready to write in her little notebook.
Okay, cool. Well, whilst Lau has been having that fucking time in the kitchen, he was also kind of absent-mindedly thinking about what he wanted. And he just basically details, I'm not going to say it in his voice because I won't be able to say it in his voice properly. He wants he wants some sort of flower motif on this, but he doesn't want it necessarily completely green. He would like to keep the blue theme. And for the most part, he kind of trusts your judgment in how to make that look good because he will just confess he's not a fashion icon. He doesn't know what the fuck fashion is. He gestures at his whole everything and lack of clothing except for the blanket. But when you know fashion, he doesn't. He doesn't, and he knows this, and he's openly admitting this. So he's just like, I trust your judgment. Basically, he just trusts your judgment.
Manah's shoulders do shake just a little bit at that again, but she does nod. This is her job. She knows what she's doing.
Okay, I need to roll a few things because I need to make sure this man is smart enough not to do the thing I told him not to do again. Yeah, okay, it's a 12. He doesn't fucking insight. He does not insight you. He does not look. He will not look into your laugh. He won't. He just fucking won't.
He's not looking. It's fine.
He's not looking.
Just very pointedly, just only paying attention to her hands so they can talk. That's fine. It's fine.
Beak in tea. That is where he's looking right now. Beak in tea. And nowhere else.
It's hard being a toon who people shouldn't look at, who also only speaks through signs, so they have to look at you.
Yeah. Look at the hands. Look at only the hands.
Only the hands. Only the hands.
He's basically acting like someone very new to learning sign language who stares pointedly at the hands to make sure they don't miss anything, rather than taking in the whole person / picture. But yeah, basically, Mana, you're left to decide how the fuck this shit's gonna go. You got 20 foot of gauzy blue fabric to work with. He's also said if you wanted to add like any additional bits to this, like if there's any other extra materials he hasn't provided that you have laying around you think would look good, he's happy to pay it if you think you can make it look nice. So yeah, go ham.
Yeah. Manah, like, even as he's telling her what he wants, like, she has flipped to a clear page, and with that marker is already like sketching out shapes and like little images of what like decals for the whole flowery thing could look. uh,
Mm.
vine shapes. It's mostly like little things as ideas zoom in and out.
Mm. I do have to ask very quickly. Would it happen to come across Manah's thought process, track of mind, to add roses to this?
Oh God, did I put roses on the thing that I drew for you?
I don't know. I don't think they are. I'm
No.
having a
Oh yeah,
look.
no, no, they're not
Oh, they're
roses.
roses. No. Yeah,
No,
no, they're not roses.
Mana.
Just as a design concept.
Probably. Probably not, because especially with Valentine's Day
Yeah.
drawing near, right now rose symbolism, romantic
Mm.
shit. She's
Yeah.
not sure if this guy wants that, so like.
Valid. That's fine then. Don't worry about that. Don't worry
Okay,
about that line of questioning. Completely forget
don't
about
worry
it.
about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, yeah. So you sketch out all of these different ones. I'll probably be like, Lau will probably immediately shake his head at some of them. Just like, no, that, no, no, not that. Can you not? No, not that. And do you want to roll me? Mm, do you want to roll me either a whiz save or a deception? Because this guy,
Ooh.
this starting to realize why this guy, as he's continuing on, he's saying that he's been kind of turned away from a few places. Like you aren't the first place he's tried, but the other places he's tried just have turned him away. And you kind of thought it was because maybe they didn't have like the proper equipment to deal with his like special like measurements and such. But you're starting to realize it's not that. It's because he's a fucking picky piece of shit. Is so fucking picky. He's like, oh, I completely trust your judgment. No, not that. No, not that. No, no, not that. No, I don't want that there. No, that looks awful. No.
Mana is just pleasant business smile, and she is going through any ideas that she
I
has.
love, I love her so much. I love her so fucking much. God. Sitting up with my stupid man who says, oh, no, I trust you. No, not that. No, not that. Oh, maybe that, but not there. Oh, maybe that actually around the neck. No, actually, I don't like the neckline one. Take the neckline out. It's just, he's a fucking, he is not the worst Karen you could have, but the word Karen probably crosses your mind.
Yeah, but he's definitely not the worst.
Not the worst, but he's on the list.
And like this man was nice enough to calm emotions and then make her tea. So she's just gonna sit here and she's gonna deal.
Oh god, I'm so sorry, man. I would say like eventually they come to an agreement on some shit. I'm gonna roll a history for Lao. Do you fucking remember? I don't think you remember with a six. Six plus. What's your history mod, mate? Oh, that's. I don't think that's gonna be enough. No, that's a 12. I don't think you're gonna remember, mate. No. Sorry, my computer's frozen, so it won't let me actually type it, but I got a 12 for a history. He's not gonna remember to ask about the thing he wanted to actually ask about.
Uh
So, boom, in who? Sorry, Tess, I'm gonna have to get you more clothes in another way. So what happened this FPS?
maybe
Um,
another time he'll come back if he likes what Mana made for.
but, I mean, Mana makes enchanted shit. He might come back for a special commission. Let's just put it that way.
Eee.
Anyway, yeah, he's just gonna fucking like, yeah. I'd say they eventually agree on a design. So question here, Marzi.
Mhm.
Does Mana do this in shop immediately, or do you want now to go away and come back?
It usually takes a while for her to make full pieces, so it's usually a go and come back. Uh,
Alright.
and leave
Um,
contact information, things like that.
okay. So I suppose the question here is, did you want to end this here, or did you want to do like a short epilogue where he picks it up and tries it on?
Uh,
It's completely up to you, my dude.
I wonder how long this would go if we did. 'Cause there is I am in the next FPS that's
Yeah.
happening.
Okay. I mean, it wasn't gonna be long. It was literally him just gonna try it on.
We can just do
I
that
posted
then.
an image. It's gonna be short. I say as I look at an FPS and laugh. Supposed to be short was 2.5 hours. Anyway, Don't worry about that. Again, computer, can you not freeze? Can I go back to the screen I was on, please? Can I? Can I? I'm very sorry, my computer's decided to
No,
freeze
you're
and die
good.
on me.
Oh, I forgot there is an FPS coming up at 5, but it's not my FPS. I forgot mine is at 6.
Oh. Oh, how much time we got?
Half an hour.
Half an hour. I mean, no, I'm not gonna take fucking half an hour
Yeah, that's
unless my
fine.
computer decides to fucking cack itself, which it seems to be. Right, okie fucking dokie. I'm gonna switch to my mobile so I can post this. Okay, so Lao goes away. He leaves half your payment up front. So,
Hmm, hmm.
you know, he knows how this shit goes. He leaves at least half your payment up front first, goes away. A couple days work go by. Did you want to roll to see how long it takes her, or?
Um, I hold up Mana who doesn't sleep very often. It'll get done pretty quick.
Okay, I'm sorry. I am gonna have to roll an insight when he comes back to see if he notices that shit. Um.
You.
Oh, hang on, back to doing that. I'm not gonna roll a whiz because he's gonna have fucking forgotten about the thing he's not looking.
It will have been a few
Oh,
days.
fucking course. Oh, fucking course you don't see this, which is actually probably a good thing for him. The amount of people he's had to deal with that have had sleeping deprivation problems. I mean, he's got basically two nickels now. He doesn't want a third. Please, for the love of fucking God. Um, and then he's got a nine. So yeah, a seven and a 13.
Yep.
So he doesn't get a headache. Congratulations.
Yep. Yeah, Mana looks like a little tired, but I mean, like she is a one woman job, and there are probably other things she's also working on.
Yeah. Like self-employment's fucking difficult, man.
Yeah.
I give her such big pats. But yeah, he basically comes back and he just says, I suppose it's finished then.
Nana gives a very eager nod. It's in like one of those like clothing bag thingies where it's like around a hanger. And
Mm.
she gestures him over to the like customer work room area.
Mm. Okay. Um, Now question is, Lao's gonna look at it and then he's gonna just look over his shoulder and say, uh, would you mind if I tried this on either in here or elsewhere just before I leave to make sure it all fits all right?
Mana, very eagerly, just like, yep, yep, just puts the hanger, or like just very, very carefully places down the garment on the table, uh, and signs just call or knock, and I'll be out here, and out the door she goes.
Oh, okay. You're out there for like 5, 10 minutes before you actually want to roll me a quick perception.
Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I forgot her
Just to see
modifier.
how long it takes.
Mana would sing while she waits, but she doesn't make noise.
She can sign sing as she wants. 20. All right. It's probably like 10, 15 minutes go by, and you think, huh, I mean, I know this guy's in a wheelchair, so it probably takes him a little long to get changed, but it's been a while. And it's just like, you don't hear anything. You haven't heard anything from that room for a while.
A man has died in her workroom. No I'm kidding.
I can't fucking believe someone's died in my room again, cough, cough.
Damn, this is the 5th time.
This is the fifth time this fucking like this month. Shit, you guys are gonna stop dying in here. Could you at least like leave before you do that?
Can you at least pay me in full before you die?
Yeah, I can't get another fucking half of the payment if you're dead in my room. God, do you know how many papers I have to sign for this shit? Anyway, anyway,
Any whoosies.
you see, God, before I bring this any more off track, Mana, you have not heard anything from your workroom. You sit in your kitchen with like a cold cup of tea. Maybe you have made like 2 cups of tea and you're just noticing the time's gone by because your cup is basically like you've drained your cup and the other cup is just cold.
It's gotten to the point where she has actually like started snacking on crackers.
Oh my God.
And like she doesn't eat much, just like a few crackers, and puts that away and is like, huh, that was enough time for me to very slowly eat like 5 crackers.
Mm, that's the time. What are you gonna do, Mana? You gotta fucking check this guy's not dead.
Yeah, Mana's gonna like shuffle over to the door and a hesitant knock knock.
You don't get a reply.
God. A man really has just died in her workroom.
I don't know, go fucking check, Mana.
Well, she doesn't
I'm dead
want to just walk in
20.
on the guy if he's just like focused and her knock was really quiet.
Consider this man could be dead in your workroom. You could have another dead body in your workroom again. The last two times were bad enough. You don't want another. You're gonna have to call one of those detectives from the what was it, Villestown about this shit. They can't get
God,
those up.
all the way from Billstown. You know what she's gonna do? She's gonna she's gonna crack the door open slightly and just stick her arm in and very hesitantly thumbs up to the side and move it back and forth, see if he sees her.
Oh wow, this is where you get a nat 20, you dirty shit. Fine. Fine. Be like that. God, I hate this man. God, I hate this man. He rolls so well when it doesn't fucking matter. So you don't hear anything for a few seconds, and then you hear a, oh, yes, yes, you can come in. Uh, and you don't have to roll an insight. It seems very, the wording seems very hesitant.
And so she cracks the door open and like very hesitantly peeks in.
And you see, the first thing you see immediately is that this guy is looking at the full length mirror, kind of just staring, seemingly just at his reflection. You have to roll insight if you want to get anything, but you don't have to roll perception to notice that his design has changed very slightly. Um, he's just sitting there looking at his reflection at the sari he's now wearing. Um,
God, he looks so pretty.
I know Fable drew that. It's so fucking
Fuck!
pretty.
Lao rolls
Anyway,
high, mana rolls lower.
we exchange rolls of the dice. That's how that works. You don't know this guy well enough to know what that expression is on his face, but he sure is staring at that mirror for a very long time. His eyes are a little wide, and the curls in the back of his head um, are still like twitching a little bit as he's looking. And he turns back to look at you and says, "This is very, very nicely done. Thank you very much for this." And he just kind of looks down and starts to fiddle a bit with the dress. The blanket that he used to have on his lap, used to have covering his bottom half, is now on his lap. And he kind of reaches down to fiddle with the skirt of the dress and stops, and then sort of looks a bit weirdly at it, like, huh, I wasn't expecting that. Also, I forgot to ask you, could you roll me either an insight or an arcana?
Ooh, I'll
I
do.
want to ask you to roll this before that previous bit where Lau left.
See, I'll do insight because God, her arcana is shit.
Yeah.
24, baby.
Okay, so you might have noticed this as you're working. That black mark on your hand, when you went to like wash your hands before, it didn't come off.
Oh,
And also, as you touched it, every time you rubbed your hand over that mark, you felt calm. And it kind of stood there. It was kind of on your hand until like the next day, where after like a couple of times you've washed your hands, it did eventually fade away. Um, I just thought it was something to note. I forgot to ask you
ah,
before. But yeah,
ah.
you don't have the black mark anymore, but it stuck around for a little while, which is weird. Anyway, with 11, yeah, he looks over you and says, "This is this is very good work. Thank you. Well, I presume it's good work. I've never actually commissioned anything quite like this before." And he says, just kind of awkwardly, like almost gingerly, like tugging at certain bits of the fabric, just to make sure he's like fitted it all on properly. Before he looks at you and says, "Thank you again for your work. I appreciate you doing this on, well, I appreciate you working with me on this. And he holds out a hand for you to shake.
Manah is beaming because yes, good. Job well done. Happy customer. Will shake his
Oh,
hand.
wonderful. I'm gonna roll another quick intelligence for him. Yeah, that's what I thought, you dumb bugger. Um, so he seems to go. You see, his other hand seems to like scoop on the top of his dress, and then he stops and he blinks and he looks down. He's like, right, I don't. Hmm. You realize, oh shit, that's where his hammer space used to be under the blanket. He's not wearing the blanket anymore. Fuck. Um, he's just wondering how the fuck is he gonna get to his hammer space now? Because he's like, shit, I have the rest of it in my hammer. Hang on, let me just try and. He's gonna try and. I'm gonna roll Arcana to see how well this works. He's gonna try
Okay.
and reach between the folds of the blanket to get your money out. Fucking hell, really?
Uh-oh.
Arcana. That's a fucking 5. And
That's
he's just like,
hilarious.
he reaches between the folds of his blanket, like trying to reach the hammer space. He's like, wait, where the fuck? Shit. And he's just like fumbling through that, and then he's like, I can't. Right, give me just a moment. And he's. I'm gonna roll investigation now. Can you find this, mate? Fucking hell! Fuck me, it's a 4. You see, this guy's frantically trying to find somewhere he can reach his hammer space because fuck, he had the money in his hammer space and he can't give you the half now because he's wearing his fucking sari and he doesn't know where that is on his fucking thing. Eventually he just claps his hands together, looks down towards his lap and says, when I find where this is in my hammer space, would you mind if I paid you then? I can't pay. I literally cannot. And he's just like he just gestures up and down. I can't reach my hammer space for the rest of the payment. Would you mind if I sent it along later on? And God, I'm gonna have to. Let me see. Yeah, he would. Okay. He does like reach behind his chair, which you notice has actually got a duffel bag in it, and he kind of rummages around, pulls out like a pad of paper. He doesn't actually pull out a pen or a pencil, and you see him lift one of his fingers up and just scroll onto this.
God.
Because his line art is charcoal. He can use his fucking finger as a pencil if he wants.
That's
But
really fucking cool.
he's just gonna write onto this notepad like and rip it off and then hand it over to you. He's like, that's my address. That's where I live. If you need to find me, I will be there. I'm not trying to gyp you. I swear. I'm wearing this and I can't find my hammer space.
Manah very, very gently does take the paper, then holds a hand up and signs, it's fine. I trust you.
Lao's just. Alright, okay. If for some reason I don't physically come myself, I may have to send something else, and I do ask that you don't be too alarmed or attack them. They are very large and they are very boisterous, and they may sneak in instead of knocking because I can tell them to knock as much as I want. They won't, they don't usually knock.
Manah's
So,
shoulders shake a bit.
just continues saying, so if you find a very large green creature coming into your house, don't be alarmed, that's probably just them with the money, alright? And it's just gonna fucking skedaddle out your house.
Yep, she just nods, helps, leads him to the door, waves bye-bye. Another successful business transaction.
Oh my fucking god. I am so annoyed at my man. He fucking forgot to get the money out like a moron. Oh my word.
God.
Indeed. Hey Mana, here's a fun fact. I'm not gonna make you roll for this because it's the end of the FPS and fuck that. You notice, hey, the hand that you just shook, that's got black stuff on it again.
Ah, hell. She tucks the piece of paper behind her cape. Like under her cape, she sticks a hand in there. That's how she gets to her hammer space.
Yeah.
And then like looks down at her hand, and just internally, fuck.
I will give you like a fun little note though. You don't have to roll for this. Every time you try to wash that hand, again, it doesn't come off for like a few hours in this case. But every time you do, there's like a strange wash of gratitude as you wash your hand. It's weird.
Oh god,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
It's like, oh man, okay, that's weird. I won't talk about it because I stay in my lane because I'm one of the weirdest motherfuckers in Toontown. But damn,
I
that's
love
weird.
her so much. I love her so much. But yeah, I think this is where we end it.
God,
Lao's not as much.
she's
Go
just
ahead, mate.
she's just uncanny. She knows that she's one of the weirdest people in Toontown. It's hard to
Just
tell
so
by looking at her that she's an uncanny toon, but she's an uncanny too.
Man, what a strange space and time we live in. But hey, she's beautiful and we love her, and she's put up with so much today.
She's
Gosh.
dealt with a lot, but it's fine.
Oh,
This guy, nosy, very picky, but also was very nice to her. So like, that's fine. She trusts him.
oh gosh.
And also now
Precious.
has a sister who can and will defend her honor.
Ooh, wonderful. That could
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
What's up?
Anywhoosies,
Okay.
thank you, my beautiful Dew, for playing this with me. Thank you, my beautiful future listeners, for listening.
Yes, thank you, future listeners, and also again, Marzi, please pull your face out of the mirror. I know
I'm
you're in the
sorry,
real
is
world
my
right
name
now.
Dew? No, I don't think
I
so.
don't fucking know. I don't fucking know in that mirror world. It could be. You
Alright.
fucking at me. Yeah, thank you for playing with me, Marzi. Thank you for future listeners for listening to this fucking bullshit. Lao was not as bad as I expected him to be, but he was still a bit of a shit. Otherwise, yeah, thank you all for listening. I will let you go now, Marzi, and I will let you guys go as well.
Alright.
I hope you enjoyed this. It was very fun.
It was awesome. Bye bye, listeners!
Bye, everyone.